guys, it's Judy, and today I am doing some coloring for you guys, and I'm actually using 3 different mediums on the same stamp. Well, you'll see it. The first image I am going to show you how to use, or how I use, the Distress by Tim Holtz Distress markers. The second will be Copics, and the third will be my PrismaColors. So the paper I'm using is watercolor paper that I got at Target, and that is a water brush and some distress markers. Now I like to look at, if there's an image on the stamp that's already colored, I usually like to look at it for a reference. And this is my very first time actually doing the distress markers, so we're going live. Not live, but you can see what I do wrong. I really don't know what I'm doing, but I love watching Melody. Hi Melody, she's just Melody on YouTube, and she always does like coloring with the distress markers. And, I think it's trial and error for me. I laid down the dark layer on the outside, and then I added the water brush, trying to blend in a little better, but I don't think I added enough color. I wasn't getting any color or any blending. I'm thinking, hindsight, I maybe should have done the lighter color in as well, but you'll see I get a lot of pilling. I'm using a lot of water, I think, and the paper's just pilling up, so I'm not too happy about that. I don't know, for anyone who does distress coloring, please leave a comment and let me know what your techniques are. But I think the more I'm doing it, I kind of get a little better at it. But I don't know whether you need to do a layer of color first and then you add water, but I'm just doing like the lines of color and then using the water to kind of blend in the colors a little more. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what colors I use because I didn't even look at them. But there's a closer image. So I think it's starting to look better. I'm looking at it, and maybe it just looks furry, the bear. But then with the leaves, the petals, it looks a little better. I don't know whether because the water brush is going on better, or I'm putting more color, so I'm able to pull more colors from the water brush. But I'm liking how that's looking now versus the bear. So I will say, like, out of the 3 different colorings, this was my least favorite, just because I think this was my first time, and I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest, guys. And at the end, I do show like a comparison of all 3 and how they turned out, and you can see for yourself which ones you like. And this came out very light. I guess distress, it's not supposed to be bright and vibrant, but I'm liking it. It's not too bad. It's not like super saturated in the color. It's kind of, your watercolor look and feel. So I'm just adding more when I feel I need more color. But you see, like those browns, I'm getting like that pilling, a lot of pilling, you see. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I know I'm adding too much water, but I'm wondering if I should just do a lighter color as well as the darker and then use the water. But it works well for like the leaves, so I don't know, and the petals. So maybe it's a darker color. So that's how the first coloring looks. And these are Milton and Company. This is Milton Sunflower. So the next one is Copics. This is what I'm comfortable with, and I use Nina's Solar White. So I'll show you the colors: E25, E23 is the lightest, E25 is the medium, and E27 is the darkest. So I usually just do, kind of wet the paper with the lightest color, and then I do leave some like white spots, just thinking those are like highlights. And I love the Copics because it goes on so easy and smooth. If anything, I'm heavy-handed and it just glides on really fast. So I use Memento ink in the rich cocoa to stamp the image out, and it is Nina's Solar White cardstock. And then next I did the medium shade, and then now E27, the darkest shade. So you always do, well, I do the lightest to darkest, and then I go back from the darkest to the lightest, over and over. So it's a lot of, you know, repetition. And then my last step is the lightest shade, and I just do lightest over everything because that helps blend everything in. You can see I'm not really coloring in the lines. And so I'm just doing skin there. And that kind of blends well, you know, it makes those, my oopsies, my boo-boos, go away a little. And I think there's E57, 59, so a shade higher for the sunflower. What do you call that? Salmon, the middle. Say, it's so much easier for me. I just, because I'm so used to it. So YR18, and I missed what I used for watercolor. So YR18 is a darker orange, and then it's like a lighter yellow. It might be YR16. But markers are so much smoother, and it flows really nice. And the brush tip is really nice. So you see I'm just zooming through everything. I just love how it blends. And it offers richer colors. It's a deeper, more intense color in my opinion. And so lightest to darkest, and then darkest back to lightest, ending with the lightest to blend it all up, you know. And that's how the Copics looks. Copic markers look like. Oh, oops, I still have the stem. And oops, I missed what colors I used. Of course I show it, so YG13 and what is it, YG15. So that's that. So I compare those two. Tell me which one you like. And now I'm doing the Prisma, and this is the first time I'm using the mineral oil, or mineral spirits, low odor mineral spirits, to do the blending with my Prismas. Oops, I used like a purple shade. I'm like, oh no. But so I do a lot of mistakes. So then I'm just trying to fix it. You'll see I kind of fix it later. But the pencils, I use so much more muscle after using the Copics. Using pencils, I feel like I'm like pressing down hard and really kind of working it versus the free flowing of the Copics. Anyway, you saw that nub. It's like a paper thing that I got at Walmart. And who is it? Crafting for Mama or something. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. But she recommended, you know, at Walmart you can get like this huge bottle of the mineral oil, odorless like mineral oil, and the blending stubs. And then I'm like, wow, it's working. At first, I really don't know how to use it. This is my very first time using it. So I'm doing the same technique I kind of use like with watercolors or the distress markers, but I'm feeling the blending is so much nicer, smoother. It just blends a lot nicer, more color. Maybe I'm putting more color in it or something. But you know, I did the face first and it came out, that was the first time I did it and it came out funny. So once I started doing the body and it was coming together, I redid the face and put a little more darker color to it. And And so I'm just laying around, putting a whole layer on and then blending it with the spirit. Every time I go off camera with that stub, I'm dipping it in the mineral oil. And then I go back for the darker, trying to cover up that purpley color in the ears. So now I do the green. Sorry I don't have the colors for you. And then the good thing about the markers, I mean, they come in like 2 or 3 different shades of the same color, but you can always, just by your pressure, the lighter pressure, you know, you can just use one pencil, and then the darker you press, the harder you press, the darker the color, and the lighter the color, you know, so it has its own shading. So I came back like a week later to finish it up. So this I actually did today, so that's why I'm uploading it now. So I'm trying to get used to the coloring. It's like when you take a break from coloring, then you kind of forget. You gotta start over again. Get into your groove. So here I'm actually coloring the whole image with the 2 shades. I'm not very exact about things because I know I'm going to go in with the mineral spirits to kind of try to blend it. So they're like 2 contrasting colors, like an orange and a yellow, and I want to see how that blending, how the blending works, you know? You don't see like the well-defined lines. I'm trying to get rid of the really defined lines. And I'm worried about that top one, you see. You really see that orange line. And then, so I go in and put in a little more yellow and try to blend that out a little more. But otherwise, this didn't turn out too good, and it wasn't terribly hard, I don't think. So now, I'm just coloring in circles and not too hard. And then this I had a little trouble with. Sorry about the focusing, guys. But every time I move, it kind of refocuses. So I was like, oh, the shading looks kind of funny. So I just go in, add more color, and then use more mineral spirits to kind of blend it together. And then there you go. That is my pencil, PrismaColor pencils. And then I will show you side by side all the other 2. So that's the Copic markers and the Tim Holtz Distress markers. So you tell me what you guys think. I think I switch it up later to show you what order I actually did them in. So I know the colors are different because I use different colors on them, but definitely my ranking, I like using Copics more than the PrismaColors and then the Distress sticks. Thanks, guys.